Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Saturday, June 7th, 2025. So, did you do the crossword?
Oh, I did the crossword.
And what did you think?
I thought it was super hard.
We're talking about Saturdays, correct?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Apparently you didn't think it was super hard.
No, I did it very expeditiously.
Oh, boy.
And so I'm sort of surprised. I did it in about probably, half my usual Saturday time.
Oh, my.
But where did you find difficulty in Saturday's crossword?
Well, I had a lot of trouble with the long ones. There were quite a few that went the length of the puzzle.
Yes.
Like 55 across. I did not know. Board game variant used as a last resort tiebreaker. Armageddon chess.
Armageddon chess.
I'd never heard of that. And let's see, the other one. 17 across. You didn't fool me. And that was, I knew it all along.
Right.
And I put something else. Like, I knew it.
In my heart of hearts?
No, I can't remember. But I had something else in there that fit.
Well, if it fits, it must be right.
Yeah,
I believe
right.
That's my motto.
Yeah, and 11 down was like junior mitts and raisinets. I wanted it to be chocolate covered, but it wouldn't fit.
No.
And it turned out to be chocolate coated.
Right.
Yeah, and then one next to it, I still don't really understand it. 12 down, what a retrospective aims to produce, renewed interest.
Yeah, if you do like a retrospective on an artist, you sort of put up all the artwork that they've done in past years and say, look, it's a retrospective.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, as usual, I couldn't get any of these without doing the crosses, but I got enough crosses to just make it work fairly easily for me. I thought the phrases themselves were pretty natural. Like, I knew it all along. That to me made perfect sense.
Well, it made sense to me. It's just, I just had trouble getting that.
Right.
So.
How about 2 down? Leave everything behind. Make a fresh start.
I had something different. I didn't have fresh. I had make some kind of start.
Novel start?
Something.
Novel doesn't. It would definitely.
No,
Yeah.
It seems like it began with an S. Like make a
super start.
I can't remember, but
a superb start.
I did have something else in there, but eventually I had to put fresh in instead of what I had. So, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, it was themeless, of course, because it's a Saturday.
Right.
And
it was perfectly hard for being a Saturday.
Yes.
So I can't fault it in any way. You expect Saturday to be a challenge, and it was.
Right.
I did get it done, but it was hard in coming.
But you got it done. That's the important bit. Mm-hmm. And you had fun doing it. That's the really important bit.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There was one area where I really did run into a problem. And that was sort of because I was just tearing through this and I'm like, wow, I'm going to be finished and then I got to the part where I wasn't going to be finished in a short period of time. Let's see. It was in the vicinity of 28 across, leaves aside, ? Right. And that was pile.
Yes.
And 28 down, Medicare component part D. Oh, I didn't get that
I knew
either.
It had to be A, B, C, or D. I'm pretty sure there's only 4 parts, but I wasn't. I got the part. I mean, I think everybody knows Medicare has parts, but
no, I don't.
Oh.
So I didn't get the part, and I didn't get the D. So I had that. I certainly didn't know 31 across, Spanish city that's home to the Alhambra. I had Granada in there because that sounded Spanish, and that was the only Spanish city I could think of. Mm-hmm. But the one beneath it, 35 across, beef cut, I'm like, okay, I'll just stop reading now and give up. In Santa Maria style barbecue, tri-tip. Mm-hmm. Did you know that?
I figured it was some kind of tip. And,
right.
And yeah, I got the try eventually.
I got the tip. That came pretty quickly too. Interestingly, that P of tip was from 33 down, longtime animated TV character who hasn't had a speaking role since 2017, Apu from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I'm like, give him a speaking role.
Why doesn't he talk?
That seems rude. Maybe they're trying to save money on voiceovers.
I believe he's Indian. Maybe they have no one who can do an Indian accent or something.
I bet they could find someone. I can think of about 1.6 billion people.
Yeah.
We had 42 across. Channel was ducked. I guess that wasn't too hard. Let's see. What else did I have that was true? Oh, there was a great clue in 38 down. Stops digging, sours on.
Right.
That was great. I did not come to me because, for one thing, 38 across, restaurant option that lacks options. And I was thinking, it's going to be a fixed menu.
Set menu.
So I was thinking it was going to be like prefix or something like that, like the French.
It was funny, 38 down for stops digging. I had spurs on.
Oh.
I figured, instead of giving a dig to someone, you would spur them on. You would encourage them.
Sure.
But it was sours on.
Yeah,
because I didn't really know 40 across in network group. It turned out to be HMO.
Oh, yeah.
But I was thinking it had something to do with television.
Do they have those still, networks? I've heard they're a thing.
Yeah, of course they do.
Don't know how to watch them, but I'm sure they're around somewhere. 37 down, one's parents in modern slang. At first I thought it was going to be the rents, because they've used rents before, but then I thought they've got parents in the clue, so probably not. It was the olds.
I thought it would be the elds.
The elds?
Because they talk about elders, like the elds, but I guess it is the olds.
Right.
So.
And the olds lead, of course, at 34 across. Declining late in life was senile.
Right.
And that S of senile was part of 29 down. Oft-repeated bit of onomatopoeia, tisk, as in...
Yep.
But, I don't think anyone ever says that other than in the New York Times crossword. Yeah. Have you ever heard anyone come up to you and say...
No.
Yeah, no one does that.
Maybe when I was a child.
Really?
Yeah. A teacher. I can imagine teachers saying.
I would come up to them and say, tisk, tisk.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd actually say tisk, tisk, not the sound.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to sort of say that. They're just sort of fun, I guess, after a while. 43 across, Fisher's Collection, where Fisher's is spelled PHISHER''S. Collection for short was SSNs.
Right.
I thought that was good. And then, but 43 down was awesome. Change seats, ? Sofas.
Yes.
That was truly delightful.
Yeah, there were a lot of good clues.
6 across, shortening for bakers, TSP.
Right.
Wow, I was like, okay, it's got to be fat. Maybe it's going to be oil.
Oil. I had oil, yeah.
But I knew 6 down was some concerning forecast in weather speak, T-storms. I knew it had to be T-storms, so I had it starting with a T. And I didn't know 7 down, the coffee rings, e.g. was stains.
Yes.
I guess I should have known that. All right, for bonus points, 23 across, first Muppet to appear on the Billboard Hot 100. That was Ernie.
That's right.
What was the song?
Rubber Ducky.
Whoa. You knew that?
I knew that.
Can you sing a few bars?
Rubber Ducky, you're so fine.
Wow.
I'm so thankful that you're mine. Rubber Ducky. I'm awfully fond of you.
Bravo, bravo. We will now be being sued by PBS. Because as I understand it, they need every buck they can get right now.
They do now.
It's like, let's sue those people. 9 across, triangular bones that fuse in adulthood is SACRA.
Yes.
And I thought, the body has enough problems. It shouldn't be wasting any time fusing bones together. Yes. If it's got energy to burn, it should be using that to stop other ailments.
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But I was not consulted when the human body was designed, assuming that it was. So, all right. I think that is it for the crossword. A fine effort by Blake Slonecker. We've seen that name not too long ago, right?
I don't know.
It sounds familiar. Let's see, November 20th of 2024. So
That's a little long.
well, it's about 7 months.
Yeah.
But he's got a distinctive name, Blake Slonecker.
Yes.
Sounds like if you had to name your kid to be a crossword constructor, you'd call him Blake Slonecker.
Perhaps.
Or possibly Sam Mazursky. So well done, Blake. Now it is Saturday, which means it's time for the Jam Katwa, the Gene and Mike Crossword of the Week Award. Maybe we should change that melody to do it Little Rubber Ducky instead. I guess that doesn't make any sense. Okay. And for today's crossword, looking back at for today's Jam Katwa, looking back at the crosswords of the last week, we had to give it to Thursday. And I know we do give a lot of Thursdays, but this Thursday was just amazing. Yes.
It was just such a unique theme and so many theme clues. It was by Timothy Getz, and it was the old no ifs, ands, or buts crossword, where there were 10 different themed clues that either the word if or and or but was removed from the answer that would actually answer the clue. But what was left was a word, a real word that you might find in a crossword.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, I guess my favorite was 16 across, which was someone who knows how the sausage gets made. And the answer to that was share. But if you put but in front of it, you get butcher.
Yeah.
So that was the theme, and that was the crossword that just blew me away.
Yeah.
And so that is the Jam Katwa for this week.
All right. Well done, Timothy Getz.
Yep.
If you feel so inclined, drop us a line, crosswordpodcast@icloud.com, and we will have your Jam Katwa certificate signed, sealed, and framed, as well as some magnificent Northeast Wisconsin swag.
You bet.
Winging its way towards you in no time.
And a t-shirt.
Yes. So send us your shirt size and your mailing address.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is it for today then. So thanks everyone for listening. Sunday's crosswords out. We're going to tackle it. Hope you will too.
Yep.
And come back to hear us talk about that crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.